Welcome back everyone to another video from SGP Media Service. I will be your host, Rick, the stuttering designer. In today's video, we'll be talking about what stuttering techniques do I use when I'm talking. While researching for a stuttering support group in mid-2018, I would view other stutter videos describing things like, when you start to stutter, do this or do that. For me, when I'm in that moment of talking, I'm not thinking that way. I'm just trying to keep my train of thought going and get the words out. However it comes out, it comes out. Some stutters can tell you that when they're sick or really tired, that they have noticed their stuttering to be a lot worse. Or other times, it seemed like it went away for a period of time, but all of a sudden it came back. I never really monitored my stuttering in that way. I'm sure a lot of stutters have learned some tricks or habits that has helped them over the years. Because I have. What I have noticed, I tend to look away from the other person, breaking eye contact, which is one thing they say you shouldn't do. But it's hard for me to keep eye contact when I'm struggling and stuttering talking to someone while they're keeping eye contact on me. It could feel like they're staring. It's just the other person wants to focus on what you are saying and not how it's coming out. To be that good listener. At times, while talking to someone, I might substitute words to similar ones that I can say so that I don't stutter on the original word. The person I'm talking to has no idea. Some people who stutter still feel that it was a stutter because they couldn't say the original word. This next part all depends on the situation that I'm in or the person I'm talking with. But what I have noticed for me was when I'm asked my first name, there will be times that I am able to say it with no problem. Other times, I will need to include it's before it. For example, it's Rick, so that I would be able to say my name without stuttering. The decision of saying it's before my name or not saying it, it feels like it happens in a split second in my head to say it or not. I don't look at a situation ahead of time and determine it needs to be said here or not. My last name is a total different story. I'm sure you have come across people who have either misspelled or mispronounced your first name or last name, right? If someone comes close enough to mine, it's fine, because I can't even say it correctly myself. When I attempt to say my last name, the first three letters are SCU. But when I say it, it comes out sounding like SCQ or SQ. So when people come close to what it should be, that's fine for me. I have come across a few people who actually would pronounce it the correct way. I would be like, wish I could do that. Another struggle that I have is my wife's name. Her name starts with the letter D, and at times my letter D's sound like T's. In some cases, people have even gone as far as to change their name legally to one they could say without stuttering. Some other letters that I struggle with might be I, P, M, B, E, G, T, L, N, W. But these letters and other letters, it all depends on what the word that they're attached to. For example, when I have my script and I'm presenting at an event talking about stuttering awareness, the words in my script are just words. And I might have even practiced it a certain way. But when I'm presenting it, I might emphasize certain words more than others. It depends on the situation and how I feel about the presentation at that time. Also, if I can keep it at a consistent flow, I have found that that also helps my stutter not to show up. But if you have seen any of my videos, I still stutter at times through them or during my presentations. I'm sure to a person who stutters, the stuttering points can be obvious to them than to someone who doesn't stutter. Because not all people who stutter the same way. Let's talk about phone calls. For a lot of people who stutter, talking on the phone can be a very difficult thing. It can be harder for some than others. I know myself, I tend to stutter even more. Yes, there are different situations that might make it easier, but in general, the stutter is worse. Experiences like, what, I can't hear you, and hang-ups happen. But for this part, let's talk about when it's time to end the call and say bye. I usually don't say goodbye. I will just say bye. But in those moments when I'm saying bye, B-Y-E, to me it sounds like I'm saying pie, P-I-E. Well, who wouldn't like some pie? As I mentioned prior, the stuttering letters or words, it all depends on the situation. Each situation is different. I would like to close with this thought. If you're watching this video and you're a person who stutters, whatever tips, tricks, or habits that you have found that works for you, that is great. But keep in mind, it's not about trying to hide your stutter from people or being fluent as much as you can, but it's about accepting it. You are a person who stutters, because whatever you think of your stutter, it's something that is a part of you and makes up who you are. Just don't let your stutter become an obstacle in your life, as it has for so many others, including myself at times. Remember, your stutter is a part of you and who you are, and controlling it is a long-term project. It begins with acceptance of one's stuttering and requires considerable amount of patience and understanding. For now, that's a wrap. I am the Stuttering Designer. Please like and subscribe. It helps our channel. And thank you for coming along on this journey, and see you in the next video.